Okay, hello, welcome. This is my house that I've built in The Sims 3 for the Lantern family. It's just the four main corpsmen, the Earth corpsmen, that I've made this house for. The others I'm going to have show up at different parts of the game. But as you can see, I've based it on a Queenslander. I've lived in Queensland for a few years now, and I quite like that style of house. This also is the town of Twinbrook, and I think the Queenslander kind of suits the whole river running through and like the kind of swampy, marshy houses that they have. There's not really a lot of houses on stilts here, but I've decided my house will be on stilts because I like it. So as you can see, we've got steps up, a wraparound porch or a veranda as we would call it. Underneath the house is sort of the party zone. I don't have a fence because I don't like how they look in The Sims, but in real life there would be a fence around this, so it wouldn't just be all of their stuff, out in the open. We've got a scarecrow just for decor because I like him. This is an architecture award that John won at some point. Got recycling, rubbish bin, paparazzi hanging out here. I think both John and Kyle have star points, like celebrity points, so there's paparazzi occasionally hanging around. All of their gym equipment is under here. We have the board breaker and the training dummy from China, Shang Simla. Mostly Kyle and Guy hang out and play with the martial arts stuff, but all of them do use the gym equipment. We've got a keyboard and a guitar that nobody has really used yet, but I figured it would be nice to have. You never know. These guys would make a really good band if you were going to play a Bridgeport game. None of them have music traits, but I mean, a couple of them have artistic traits and things, but I think the four of them, it would just be a fun band. We've got the foosball table, the ping pong table. We have the fire out here. As you can see, Guy is hanging out by the fire reading a recipe book. He's enjoying that. For some reason, Kyle is kegging at 3 p.m. He's using the juice keg, by all means. We've got a pull-up bar here as well, and then stairs up through the back. So let's start at the front. So we have some steps. I made the house fairly blue and green themed for obvious reasons. Like I said, we have this wraparound porch. This is the artsy area. We have the easel. We have John's drafting table for his architecture work. Put down some things so it looks like it's not been used. Kyle's side is significantly messier than John's side. I loved the buckets. When I was putting down the buckets, I thought, yeah, that's just fun. I just enjoyed that. And you can see as well, we've got some porch lights. The house is kind of blue-green. I think it looks more blue sometimes than others. It's supposed to be green, but, it's a blue-green theme, so it's fine. If we come in through the front door here, beautiful front door, by the way. I love this door. It's so pretty. We have the kitchen dining area. It's a large kitchen. That's part of why I chose the Queenslander build, because one of the sort of key points of Queenslanders is that they are big and they have space for a lot of bedrooms. The floor plan works really nicely with a lot of bedrooms without it feeling too ostentatious, I suppose. It doesn't feel like a necessarily fancy house. It's just a big house. So yeah, we've got the nice green kitchen. We have the dining space here with the nice blue chairs. Someone's been eating a microwave meal. This is a little collection of artifacts, I can't remember what they call them, from China, Shang Simla. We've visited China once and for an opportunity, and I thought that it would be fun for John and Hal to do some tomb exploration and such when we do go overseas. So I'm probably going to send the two of them overseas, just the two of them as a pair, to do the tomb exploration. It's really fun doing those tomb dives with two Sims. I think that works really nicely. It speeds up collection of things and you can kind of clear away rubble very quickly and that sort of thing. We collected a couple of nice items. This beautiful vase, Chinese vase of Amin, and a little tiger here, a couple of lapis lazuli and pear cut diamond. So yeah, just a nice little dining space to impress the guests. We have the stereo, radio stereo tape deck, whatever you want to call it. I only recently put this in. I feel like I need to change the colors because it doesn't really match anything else, but this is a wine rack, or a nectar rack. We have 3 bottles of nectar that we picked up when we were in China, so I think we need to start a nectar collection. This is the TV space. I'm not used to using this. I'm trying not to make people motion sick by like spinning the camera around, because that's what I normally do. But yeah, this is the TV space. Tried to make it nice and cozy. We have the DVD player. The video game system. Enough seats for the household. Some DVDs here. Some photos from Shangsimla. These are photos that Kyle took while we were there, because he has quite a high photography skill. I'm pretty sure his lifetime wish is to reach level 10 of both painting and photography, so I've been focusing a lot on the photography with him. Painting is not so difficult because you can just paint and increase your skill. Photography is a little trickier without just cheesing out and reading the skill books, so we're getting there with the photography. It's also really fun building the photography collection. We have to take photos of different things, so that's a lot of fun. Speaking of Kyle, this is his room, and that is Lolly Racket, who he hooked up with last night, so that's why she's here. His room, I tried to go for a sort of somewhat Southern American inspired room, but there isn't really anything that I could use. I mean, I used the bed is the main piece that I think looks at least inspired by Southern American aesthetics and so on, but nothing else in the house really is. Like, we have this rattan bedside table, we have this very English storybook looking chest of drawers. Whatever, I did what I could. I also made his room the most colourful. I just think that suits him. We have some more painting supplies over here. We have a pile of books on the floor. It's funny that she's wearing a green top. Like, of all of the random people that we could have met and hooked up with at the club last night, someone wearing a green top and pink bottoms, that's like the lantern symbolism is really happening there. We have this cute little ducky lamp. I really enjoyed that. As soon as I saw that, I thought, yeah, I'm putting that in someone's room, and it ended up being Kyle. And then we have a mirror, of course, in the corner. We have some styling gadgets on the floor. These are for Kyle to look his best, because I think he is the most vain of the lanterns, as it were. I also have laundry in here. Laundry in The Sims 3, for those of you who don't play, as soon as you put down any laundry machine, like a washer or a dryer, or a laundry basket in any room, any place in the entire lot, your Sims will start acting as if there is a full laundry setup. So they will, anytime they undress, their clothes will either go into a laundry basket if there's one in the room. If there's not one in the room, it'll go on the floor. So all of the bedrooms and bathrooms I've put laundry baskets in, and we have a laundry room. Personally, I really enjoy doing laundry in The Sims 3. I find it really fun. But any room that a Sim is going to regularly change their clothes in, you kind of have to have a laundry basket. Otherwise, you'll just end up with piles of clothes all over the floor. I enjoy it. If you don't put down any laundry baskets or laundry machines, then they just don't. Like, laundry won't exist. So it's just that triggers it. But I like it. I think it's fun. And Kyle and John tend to do the laundry. John's the finicky one. Kyle's the one who's home all the time. So I try to make Kyle do it as much as possible to save time. Anyway, through here, another laundry basket. This is Guy's room. Guy has not made his bed. I tried to make Guy's room kind of the most cute and homely, I suppose. Sort of that kid-friendly type vibe. He's got a couple of plushies. He's got the memories. I should put that away. He's got the memories mirror that has all the stickers. I like to think, these are stickers that he's gotten from kids at school, or the stickers that he uses on grading homework and that kind of thing. He's got the nice bookshelf, the teddies. He's got a book on his bedside table as well, and a box of tissues, because I feel like he probably reads books that make him kind of emotional, so he needs a box of tissues to like pull himself together, you know, before he goes out into the living space. And his diploma and his bachelor's degree on the wall there. He's also got the cutest rug, because yeah, I don't know, I just think it's sweet for him to have a bit of a more cutesy room, I suppose. Guy does have sort of an ensuite. I mean, it is an ensuite, but there's also access from the hallway here. This is the main big bathroom. We have the shower, the bath, vanity, and loo. We've got some makeup here, mostly for Kyle, I would assume, but I think all of them use makeup at various points to hide bruises and etc, etc. You know, you never know when you might want to put on a little bit of eyeliner or whatever as well, so you know. Hairdryer, again, probably mostly Kyle's. And yeah, a little shelf up there. There's laundry. You can see there's laundry in that one. And the matching... I love putting down bath mats and such. I just think that's so cute. Then out into the mini hallway here. There's another laundry basket in the corner here because sometimes they get changed in this living space. Like, for whatever reason, if they're getting changed for work right before they walk out the door. But then a pile of clothes will end up on the floor. But because this is all one big room, having a laundry basket hidden in the corner here means that that will not be a problem. They're not going to have clothes on the floor. So that's why there's one sort of tucked around the corner there. The laundry room itself is here. This basket doesn't really, as you see, there's nothing in that one. That's more just for decor. I put the big basket in there. Because they don't really get changed in this room, but I like how it looks. I think it looks nice there. This is a really cool thing about some of the Queenslanders that I've seen as well. A lot of them do tend to have, if not a dedicated laundry room, they'll have 2 bathrooms and one has a space for the laundry in the bathroom. I like having a dedicated laundry room like this. I think that is very nice. Then here we've got the back door and a little night light there for if someone's stumbling in late at night, they can sort of sneak through the back door. This is Hal's room. Now Hal's room is the smallest, well, I think it's not that much smaller than the other rooms, but it is the sparsest on purpose. This room is supposed to look like the person who lives here doesn't live here often. So the bed's pushed up into the corner. It was originally in a different layout, which is why that side of the bed is unmade, but now he can't reach that side of the bed to make it, and I think that kind of lends to the look of the room, you know, that it's not really put together in any way. It does have a little bit of decor, you know, he's got his rocket ship, he's got the another rocket ship on the floor here, he's got his telescope, but it's a little bit less. He's got his degree on the wall. He's not home as often, you know, he's a bit more flighty. I haven't made Carol in the game yet, but the idea is that he's probably going to spend a lot of time mooching off Carol and being at her house or staying at other people's places rather than being at home a lot. But he lives there, so he has a room. Then that leads into the bathroom. So these 2 rooms, John and Hal have a shared bathroom. Just a shower in this one, no bath, but we have a double sink, which is nice. Again, the laundry basket and a little loo there as well. Da-da-da. I love these doors too. I just think they're really nice, breezy doors. And then through here is John's room. So John does have the most classy room, I suppose you would say. I just get the feeling that John probably has the best sense of style, and to me he kind of lends towards that slightly more old world, like classic design style compared to like a super modern contemporary or whatever. I think his personal style for his own room or his own home would be the darker woods and that sort of classy, I don't know, just like intellectual look, I suppose, which is why I've given him the big bookshelf and the desk, and I've also tried to make everything look neat. John is a very neat person to me. There's no rug because the rug kind of clutters up this room a little bit. The bookshelf has a lot of drawers in it. I chose the desk that has the drawers in the top as well as the side, so you get the concept that he has things, but they're all filed away in their own place. Everything has a place, and he doesn't just have stuff strewn all over the spot. He's got his notepad and pen, he's got his laptop, and then everything else is decorative or functional. So yeah, John's room is just a little bit more I hate to say classy because it means that the others aren't classy, but he's just a little bit more, and he also has access to the balcony from the other side of his room. So all of the rooms have something going for them. Kyle's room has that little extra part there, so it's a little bit bigger, and it also has the outside access. Guy has the biggest bathroom as an ensuite. Hal and John have ensuite that they share, and John also has the external access. And yeah, Hal has the worst room in the house, but like I said, he's probably not home as often as the others, so it kind of makes sense to me. He also can sneak in and out the back door because he has that sort of direct line of access there. So now let's have a look at all of our friends. So here's Kyle chatting to Lolly. I think he's telling her, see ya. Oh, thank you for putting some clothes on before you leave, Lolly. Yep, so there's Kyle in his little sort of Letterman style jacket, trousers, boots, etc. Hal is all the way across town chatting to Bea. I just sent him to the consignment store to have a look at some things, and Bea and Tora happened to be hanging out there, so he's chatting with them. Bea did not like him at all when we first introduced ourselves, so he is clawing his way back into friendship. But here's Hal. He's got his flight jacket on, his jeans, his boots, his little grey streaks in his hair. Yeah, he looks really fruity when he's making those little hand gestures and such. But yeah, I really like the grey streaks. I think that's cute. And he's talking about aeroplanes, so cool, cute, fun. John is... Oh, he's here now. I thought he was at his drafting table. Here's John. There are not a lot of textured hairstyles in this game. I wanted to give him like the mini fro that he has in like the 70s, 80s comics. Couldn't find one in custom content. This is the closest I can get in base game stuff. But I think it's kind of cute. Like it is a mini fro. It just also has the braids. But I think it's kind of fun. I think it looks nice. And I gave him a slightly more disco look with his clothes. And then Guy is over here doing his reading. He's in his work uniform still. But if I change him into his everyday clothes... Oh, good job. He learnt to make something. There we are. So there's his day clothes. Kind of like the slightly relaxed, cool teacher vibe is what I was going for. And of course he works as a teacher with the rolled up sleeves so that he can throw a ball around a recess if he is so inclined. So yeah, see, they're taking a picture of Guy. Does Guy even have star? Oh, Guy does have celebrity stars. Interesting. I think that's just because he knows John and Kyle. Like it's by association or whatever. Yeah, Kyle's the one who has the most celebrity star status. I think the others mostly... Oh, Hal doesn't have any. That's kind of funny. The others, yeah, it's mostly because they know Kyle, and for John because he is an architect and he is getting quite good at that. But yeah, so there's my house that I have built for my lanterns. I think it's quite cute. I think it's quite nice. And it fits in fairly well with the rest of the town. Like I said, it's the only house on stilts in the main part of town, but I think it still looks nice with all the other homes around it. So yeah, that is my work.